Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, welcome and thank you for coming to the Omaha Fire Department's 2013-1 class graduation ceremony. My name is Captain Goessling, and I will be your host for this event. Now, if you would please join me in welcoming the firefighter graduate class of 2013-1 and the Omaha Fire Department Honor Guard, led in by the bagpipers and the drummer. Would you please stand?
Let us pray. Blessed are you, our God of all creation. We ask your presence today as we gather to graduate and pin the badges on 47 new firefighters for the citizens of Omaha. We are grateful for their skills and talents that they offer to the people of Omaha. They've worked hard for the past several months, both physically and mentally, to prepare themselves for this difficult and dangerous career. May they use these skills and talents to protect the lives and properties of those in need. We also pray, O God, that you'll watch over them and keep them from harm as they carry out their duties. While we especially pray for the new firefighters, we also ask your protective care for all firefighters in this city and throughout our country. During this week, we have witnessed the vital and life-saving work the firefighters do as they respond to the victims of the tornadoes in Oklahoma. Let's always be grateful and never forget the works that they do to protect our lives and property. We make this prayer through Christ our Lord.
Sitting in the mayor's settle is the mayor's chief of staff, Mr. Steve Michael McDonnell. Assistant Chief Dan Goessling. Assistant Chief Scott Ballman. Assistant Chief Steve Osborne. And Assistant Chief Shane Hunter. This time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Chief of Training, Battalion Chief Dan Miller.
On February 4th, 47 individuals walked through the front door of this training facility. Newly hired, they were bright-eyed, bewildered, wondering what was in store for them. Maybe it was learning new skills, learning fire behavior, learning how to put out a fire, or learning how to just get by for 16 weeks until they got out of the academy. They might have been thinking that if they survived the academy, everything would be easy from there on out. But it's never easy to be immersed into a new world that involves pain, sweat, discipline, and information overload. What they got was constant pressure to raise their personal bar and to push themselves harder every day. What they got was a team of people that they didn't really know, who were in their face every day, challenging them to either get better or to quit and to go find a new job. What they got was a set of fellow employees who were all in the same boat. Today, on Academy graduation day, they each realized that they got a whole lot more. They each realized that they did get better. They got stronger, tougher, and they got less pain every day of the way. They developed more personal discipline, which helps them in every aspect of their life and will propel them through the rest of their career. They got new skills, new knowledge, and new abilities to save the lives and property of others. They also got the respect of their instructors and became peers. And most of all, they got new brothers and sisters to rely on every day. They learned they can trust in their team members with their very lives. These are the firefighters that will represent our department for the next 25 to 30 years. And in the academy, we don't believe that mere competence is good enough. The Omaha Fire Training Academy exists to perpetuate excellence in the creation and preparation of new firefighters. Our core values represent that. Throughout the academy, candidate firefighters learn the core values of preparedness and safety, teamwork, dedication, and service. From the challenging environment they are forced to survive in the academy, they develop honor, courage, and then excellence. The Academy class of 2013 reflects those values. But they didn't get there without help. The staff of the Omaha Fire Training Division was there to provide the expertise to turn all 47 of these candidates into a team of professionals. At this time, I would like to recognize the hard work, daily discipline, and professionalism of the fire training staff. Would you please rise, fire training staff. Training officers, thank you for your commitment to excellence. Class of 2013, over the last 16 weeks, each of you has undergone over 600 hours of intense training. You were trained to think clearly through intense pressure, understanding that the most difficult circumstances were only there for a moment in time, and that if you rely on your training, you can survive many, many things. The people of Omaha will rely on you to work under conditions that they themselves cannot. They rely on you to not only survive, but to accomplish real objectives under those circumstances. Things like ventilating a roof under heavy fire and smoke conditions, making entry into a burning building to rescue trapped occupants, or performing CPR on an infant child. Success won't always come. Times won't always be easy. But as has been shown time and time again throughout a firefighter's career, they will fall back on their academy training to get through the toughest times imaginable. And thanks to this training team, all 47 of you will do the same. Thank you.
Introduce Vice President, Local 385, Omaha Professional Firefighters Union, Darren Gary.
I'd like to say thank you to the graduating class, to Constance Gray, to Chief of Staff Steve Holmans, and to the staff who allowed me to speak today. President Leclerc sends his regards. They couldn't be here. As your Vice President, I just want to say thank you for choosing to be a part of this community. As an Omaha professional firefighter, we are not just firefighters. What we do is we coach softball, baseball for our kids, for our friends, for our families. We raise money for charitable organizations like Husker. What you have in front of you is an opportunity to be part of this family. This is your life forever changed becoming part of this family. Today you're going to take an oath to protect this community. I'd just like to say that the union has also taken an oath to protect you. To help make sure that the safety is there for you. Whether it's protection of apparatus, protection of equipment, things of that nature. You want to make sure that you have enough resources to put food on your table for you and your family, shelter over your family's head. You also want to make sure that the resources are there, that should you get injured from this dangerous job, God forbid you get exposed to an infectious disease, that those resources are there to help protect you. The International Association of Firefighters has originated in 1980. It's been helping protect us from the inception. We will remain here as long as there is a need for firefighters to respond to emergencies. We'll be here to protect you so that you are able to protect this community. I just want to welcome you to this family. Thank you.
To introduce there's Chief of Staff, Mr. Steve Holman.
Civilians are a lot shorter than the firefighters. Notice that. Captain, been great. Chief McDonnell, firefighters, guests. It's an honor to be here on behalf of Mayor Skelton today. This is a special day for the Chief of Staff as well. You know, I've gotten to do a few ride-alongs, and what you might hear about the Chief of Staff experience on those ride-alongs, don't believe all of it. Anyway, what an experience. It makes you appreciate what these professionals do for you and I each day. I thought I'd like to read a couple of quotes that are really good, I think, in regard to how it describes our first responders, not only here in Omaha, but throughout this great country. The first one is by Kathleen Segalus. It goes like this. The men and women who serve this great nation, whether they are stationed in Iraq, Fort Riley, or the Korean Peninsula, or they serve us at home as our community's first responders, serve because they believe in this great country, the USA. The second quote that I'd like to say is from Mr. Bloomberg, Mayor of the City of New York. My wife and I have had the privilege of being in New York. It's about 3 weeks after what happened there. And we were there last year seeing the recovery still going on. On September 11th, 2001, thousands of the first responders heroically rushed to the scene and saved tens of thousands of lives. More than 400 of these first responders did not make it out alive. Rushing into those burning buildings, not one of them asked, "What God do you pray for? What beliefs do you hold?" They simply did their job. Mayor Michael McDonnell. So to the class, you all need to know that this class setting over here, we started with over 2,000 applicants. These folks are already great firefighters. But within a few years of experience, they're going to be the best. And I want you to know that I had the privilege of walking through the final list of candidates with Chief McDonnell. Very delicate process, very professional process. And that's why you have 47 of the best of that 2,000 that applied for the job. So my hat's off to the Chief of Staff and Mayor Skelton. Congratulations. Very proud of you to have you here as a professional firefighter in the city of Omaha.
My pleasure to introduce to you the Chief of the Omaha Fire Department, Fire Chief Michael McDonnell.
Thank you for being here today. Before I start, I'd like to talk about the flags that surround you. Those flags represent the firefighter that took the same oath that these 47 individuals will, in our 153-year history, took that oath and fulfilled it and made the ultimate sacrifice. So this time, I'd like to have a moment of silence. Each one of those flags has the name of a firefighter that made the ultimate sacrifice for the citizens of Omaha. Also, the moment of silence is for those that will. On average, we lose 100 firefighters a year in the line of duty. For those that have and those that will, we will now have a moment of silence. Again, thank you for being here. I don't want to relist all the people's names, but as the fire chief, the people surrounding me right now that have already been introduced make my job easy. They're a great staff. If it's the staff that you find down at Central Fire Station, if it's the training staff, if it's the 650 firefighters spread throughout the city on an A, B, and C shift, east, west, north, south in the city of Omaha, they make my job easy. But there's also other people. Steve Altman was introduced earlier. The mayor had planned this trip prior to the election. But without this mayor and this chief of staff, I don't believe we'd have 47 firefighters sitting here today. Because politically, it could have been much easier to say no. We will reduce the firefighter staffing more. We will actually roll the political dice. We will reduce service somewhere inside the city. We'll reduce the budget. That'll give us a better chance to get votes. Mayor Suttle, the Chief of Staff, did not take the easy path. They said what's best for the citizens, what's best for the firefighters who are trying to serve the citizens working as a team, is to hire 47 new firefighters. Now, over the 4 years, as the mayor and the Chief of Staff and myself always agreed, no. But I tell you, when it came to public safety, when it came to actually talking about safety that affected the citizens and the firefighters that served them, we did agree. So I want to thank the mayor and the Chief of Staff for the 47 firefighters who are sitting here today. Thank you. Councilman Ben Gray, one of the 7 city council people that are sitting here today, I want to thank him. And I think it's telling that before this event, Councilman Gray came in the back, and he was asked, did he want to speak? Did he want to sit on stage? He said, I'm just here to be supportive and say congratulations. I don't want to speak, and I'll sit wherever you want me to. I think that's more telling of Councilman Gray, of what kind of councilman he is, how he works for the citizens, and how he supports the fire department. So thank you, Councilman. Father Swanson celebrated 20 years as our chaplain. We had an award ceremony, a promotional ceremony a few weeks ago. His father was an Omaha firefighter, and Father Swanson has done a great job serving us as our chaplain for 20 years. So I'd like to congratulate him on 20 years of service. Going through this process and as the fire chief, hiring, promoting people, congratulating them on their retirement, that's the greatest part about being fire chief. But selecting 47 people, as Steve said earlier, on the thousands that started out this process, that's not easy. It's very challenging because you have a number of people that would do a great job. And it comes to the point where you want to select hundreds and hundreds of them. Then you finally have to look at another phase and how can we narrow this? How can we do this? What people, and not trying to tell you that the people that have not gotten hired will not in the future and serve, but people try years and years and years. And some come from a firefighter family. Some have had a generation before them or 2 generations that have served. Some have no idea. Some of them, just something in their hearts and minds told them that they want to serve. And that's why they pursued this career. But going through this process, you're trying to look at some of these individuals, and some of them I had to ask myself, why? Because out of all 47, they have so much talent, so much more education. 2 of the people that was mentioned earlier, Steve Serkovich and Jim Walensky, drill master and Capt Serkovich. We started in 1989 down on Locust Street. We had a great training staff. We didn't have anything facilities like this. We had a great training staff, and that staff, the same as this staff, cared. And they taught us what it was like to care. You're doing this job not for yourself, you're doing it for the citizens. Now everything has improved in the fire service the last 100 years. Technology, commitment, education, communication. But what hasn't changed is that desire to help and serve. So I'm looking at these 47 people, thinking back from when I was hired, the people that were hired, and they were great people. But this group is so much more talented, so much more educated, has so many more opportunities, and it's not taken away from the 153 years of every firefighter that's taken this oath, but they have a lot more options. So why? Why? Comes back to the same as it was 153 years ago. They care and they want to make a difference. Now going through this process, there's, again, a number of these individuals that have had family, that have sacrificed, that have done things for their community, in this city, other cities, generations of serving in the military, serving in the police department, fire department. But there was 2 that were a little bit more personal for me. One was Dan Goessling, who is brother Josh and Nader's here today. And I believe I haven't seen Candy, but I believe his mother's here today. On April 23rd, 1996, their father responded to a working fire, possible working fire on North 30th Street, and he made the ultimate sacrifice. Having to grow up with that, having to lose Candy, lose her husband, the three boys lose their father, why wouldn't you want to do something else? At that moment, knowing the pain of the ultimate sacrifice, and having their father make that ultimate sacrifice, why not do something else? I could not be more proud of all three of John Patrick Goessling's sons for saying, we understand, we know what it feels like, but we still want to serve. We feel the calling, we want to be there for others, and we know the risks, as all 47 of them know. Kyle Harold, his brother on June 10, 2007 was in Iraq, guarding a bridge, serving in the military, serving in the Army. The enemy decided to blow that bridge at that moment to try to destroy what America stands for. And that's freedom. His brother made the ultimate sacrifice, Adam. Why would Kyle want to do this job? Knowing what his brother sacrificed. Isn't that enough? Isn't it enough for your country? Isn't it enough for your community? Well, he decided, no, this is what I want to do. I want to serve, I want to go into a profession. And his parents, Lance and Debbie, said, yes, we support you. We support this, and we support what our son did and the sacrifice he made for his country, and we support you going into a dangerous profession to make the difference for the citizens of Omaha. People can try to politicize the Omaha Fire Department. People can try to criticize things that Local 35 has done. People can try to criticize the idea that sometimes what the fire chief has done wrong or made a mistake, which the fire chief never does anything wrong or makes a mistake. One thing that they cannot is east-west, north-south in the city of Omaha. If you dial 911, and last year there was 43,000 citizens that they made that phone call for themselves, for their family members, or for their neighbors, and the firefighters responded without knowing who it was, where they lived, if they were affluent or less affluent, what color their skin was, what religion they practiced, if they were a Democrat or Republican or independent. They responded because they took an oath, they wanted to help, and they wanted to make a difference. And out of those 43,000 calls, 3 citizens had an issue and made a formal complaint, and 2 of them were right out of the 3. The firefighters do a great job. They've done a great job for 153 years. These 47 are the next generation of firefighters that will do a great job for the citizens of Omaha, and through the hard work of all these people around me, and based on technology and learning from mistakes, we can make a dangerous job safer. And with the grace of God, in 25 years, these 47 will gather again together, and they will all retire after a great career serving the citizens of Omaha. Thank you for being here.
I state your name and solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska
and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and I will bear the true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
and without mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
that I faithfully and impartially
perform the duties of the officers of a firefighter
perform the duties of the officers of a firefighter
according to the law and the best of my ability.
according to the law and the best of my ability.
And I do further swear
And I do further swear
that I do not advocate nor am I a member of
that I do not advocate nor am I a member of
political party or organization
any political party or organization
that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States
that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States
or of this state by force or violence,
or of this state by force or violence,
that during such time that I am in this position,
and during such time that I am in this position,
I will not advocate nor become a member
I will not advocate nor become a member
of any political party or organization
of any political party or organization
that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States
that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States,
or this state by force or violence.
or this state by force or violence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Please welcome firefighter candidate Fred Pollack.
By failing to prepare, we are preparing to fail. This is a quote from Benjamin Franklin, founder of one of the first fire departments in the United States. Roughly 5 months ago, I sat across from Chief Michael McDonnell at the downtown station. I was prepared and hopeful the chief would offer me a position with the Omaha Fire Department. What I didn't expect were my own emotions when it actually happened. Mahatma Gandhi said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The day Chief McDonnell offered us our position is the day many of us found ourselves. Since that time, my classmates and I have been challenged, forced to face our fears, and built back into what you see standing today. In the words of our training captain, Captain Guzman, we have faced the dragon, albeit a training dragon. We have climbed a 110-foot ladder on a windy day. We have dove out of a second-story window and slid down a ladder. We've been blindfolded and trapped in a confined space. And some of us have woken up at 3 in the morning with leg cramps that our wives had to massage out just so we can get back into bed. Which leads me to the part of my speech where I'd like to acknowledge and thank the candidates' families. During the toughest times, we draw strength from and for our loved ones. To our parents, significant others, children, and the rest of our family and friends, thank you for helping us achieve our goals and dreams. People often talk about the sacrifices firefighters make, but not enough is said about the sacrifices the families of firefighters make. On that note, I'd like to share a few sobering statistics. According to the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, firefighters are 2 times more likely to have brain or liver cancer. They're 2.8 times more likely to have colon, bladder, or rectal cancer. We have higher incidence of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, urinary cancer, stomach cancer, prostate cancer, skin cancer. According to the National Fire Protection Association, over the last 30 years, we've averaged over 100 firefighter deaths annually. And this doesn't even include the 340 firefighters who gave their lives on September 11th. The life expectancy for a firefighter is 10% lower than the national average. 55 Omaha firefighters have given their lives protecting this community. Firefighters know the risks, and they do it anyway. General Patton said, the time to take counsel of your fears is before you make an important battle decision. That's the time to listen to every fear you can imagine. When you have collected all the facts and fears and made your decision, turn off the fears and go ahead. I want to thank the firefighters who came before us and turned off that fear. I'd like to especially thank those who gave the ultimate sacrifice and the families they left behind. One of the best ways we can honor these people is by leaving their institution better than we found it. This class has worked hard. They will continue to work hard. We are proud to be part of the Omaha Fire Department family. In An important part of the Omaha Fire Department family is the training staff at the Academy, as they're the first people to have a significant impact on the firefighters we become. I want to thank Chief Miller for his knowledge and wisdom, Drill Master Polinsky for his steady leadership. I want to thank all our captains and FAEs for their experience, discipline, hard work, and most importantly, the commitment to the candidates. On day one, this training staff gave us the 7 core values of the Omaha Fire Department. They are as follows: excellence, courage, honor, service, dedication, teamwork, safety, and preparedness. Keeping these core values in mind, there's a well-known prayer written by one of my past team members. I've said this prayer thousands of times, both out loud and silently. It has helped me prepare for significant moments and forge through challenging ones. I took the liberty of adapting it a bit for the Omaha Fire Department. And to conclude my speech, I'd like to recite it for you. Candidates. Dear Lord.
Dear Lord,
In the battles we go through safety,
now as we go through safety,
we ask for a chance that's fair,
we ask for a chance that's fair,
a chance to dedicate ourselves to excellence,
a chance to dedicate ourselves to excellence,
a chance to do the dare.
a chance to do the dare.
If our service and teamwork end well,
If our service and teamwork end well,
let it be by the code,
let it be by the code,
with our courage and honor held high.
with our courage and honor held high.
If we fall short,
If we fall short,
let us work even harder,
let us work even harder,
and be better prepared when situations go awry.
to be better prepared when situations go awry.
Day by day,
Day by day,
we will get better and better.
we will get better and better.
Firefighters who cannot fail
Firefighters who cannot fail,
will not fail.
will not fail.
To the 47 men and women of my class, Omaha is our home. It is now our job to protect this home and the family within it. I want to thank you for being my brothers and sisters. I want to thank everyone in attendance.
All right, here we go. It's open. Congratulations. Congratulations. Take a picture. That's good. That's good. Congratulations. It's right here. I met you guys a couple Saturdays ago. How are you? How you doing? Good seeing you again. Let's get a picture. Good. Good job. Congratulations. We'll get a picture here. Picture here. That's good. That's the best one. Congratulations. Yeah, let's go. Get a picture here. Congratulations. get a picture. Hang on to that? Sure. Congratulations. Let's turn around here. Let's turn and get a picture. Right here. Smile like a camera. Can we get a picture? That's good. Congratulations. Let's try and get a picture. Here we go. Let's try and get a picture. We'll get a picture, guys. Picture here. Let's try to get a picture. Get a picture. Here's yours.
His dad, Battalion Chief John Pollack Sr.
Try to get a picture.
His badge is being pinned on by fire apparatus engineer Chuck Truckles. Pinned on by the Buffer Army. His wife Renee, Mia, Shay, Ethan, and Barrett.
Got it? Yeah. Take a picture.
Badge is being pinned on by his dad Nick and his son Pedro. His badge is being pinned on by his wife Chelsea Lucky.
You got it. It's good. We'll take a picture here.
Dan Goessling, John McKenzie. Jared McMillan. Jared's has been pinned on by his very pregnant wife. Be careful, she's due any second. Evan McMillan, your not yet born son, Brian. Badge is being pinned on today by his wife, Capt.
Let's take a picture.
Jeremiah.
Like it's attack.
Let's take a picture.
Badge today being pinned on by his brother Cooper and his sister Ava.
3 in. First practice. Let's take a picture, Chief.
Badge being pinned on today by his daughters Mara and Lane.
You guys gonna do this? How about you do this part? You ain't got this. Here we go.
Being pinned on today by former Fire Captain John Bolton. Badge being pinned today by his son Jalen and his nephew Ian.
We'll get a picture of you.
Badge being pinned on today by his wife Kendra Costisax and Kurt.
How's it going today? Let's get a picture. All right. Good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you Omaha Fire Department Class of 2013-9. Please help me welcome Chaplain Gerner for graduation benediction.
I've been a citizen of Omaha for 13 and a half years. And in these 13 and a half years, I've never been more thankful to live in this community, to live in a community now that is safer because 2013. Fire Chief McDonnell, thank you for your leadership, for your team. Continue to prepare great men and women for service. Thank you. I'm also very thankful for my mentor and my grandfather, Swanson, who has been in the service for 20 years. Class of 2013, I am thankful that you care, that you want to make a difference, and let's bow our heads in prayer. Father, again today we thank you for the gift of this community, for the leadership that you provide richly and wonderfully to serve and to equip. And today, Lord, I pray simply your blessing upon this class of 2013. Bless not only them, but their families, their support, their communities. And Lord, thank you that they care, thank you that they want to make a difference, and thank you that we can call upon you at any time to know your protection, your power, and your peace. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. And now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord give you his protection, his power, his presence, and his peace. Congratulations.
This concludes our ceremony. I would like to again thank everyone for coming and attending the 2013-1 graduation ceremony. You are all welcome and encouraged to stay and take photos of family members pinning the graduate's badge on and so forth. You are also invited to join us for refreshments. Thank you, God bless, and Godspeed. Candidates, before you go anywhere, I still own you until 5 o'clock. No, we need a picture up here immediately following this, so stick around. All right, thank you.
Hey folks, could you just slide back just a little bit?
Yeah, I want everybody that's sitting in a chair, put your hands on your knees. Everybody that's standing up, put your hands behind your back.
One more. Okay, one more, guys. That's good. Everybody right here. That's good. Everybody right here. Okay, I'm done. I was just wondering. Oh, yeah. Definitely. We get a shot outside.
Excuse me? Thank you. Thank you.